Hey guys, I just wanted to come on here and give y'all a little bit of an update of what I have been doing this week. And so this week I primarily focused on, I did complete one, I completed two more interviews of people. So I, recorded the interview that I had with them. And then this one guy named Joe, I was able to go through his interview, the recording of it, and kind of dissect the best quotes and then create a bio. So I did that. And then I also have been working really hard on the kind of like the renderings or the, the 3D modeling of what this will look like, especially now, like I reached out to AIA, the person, my contact there, and she gave me like the floor plan for it and the reflected ceiling plan. So I know like what is there, so I can build a model in Revit so that then I can, go off of that and create my little structures and figure out, the best layout for them and, circulation and signage and things like that. So that's been super fun this week. Been really busy with that. So I just wanted to share some of the information that I've captured from, now I have 12 interviews completed, which is awesome. And that's what I'm capping it at. Anymore, I think I will not have sleep ever. And so let's see, I talked to a girl who is actually my age. She's 24 and she had a stroke. And so talked to her, and she uses a wheelchair as well as a walker. So she can move, but not long distance. I haven't created her bio yet, but that one will be coming. And then I also talked to a girl who lives up in Oregon. And crazy thing with her is that she went rock climbing inside to a rock climbing gym because she is very outdoorsy and was really into rock climbing. And because it was winter in Oregon, it was really not so great weather up there. So she went inside and she had a terrible accident where she fell about 20 to 30 feet and ended up paralyzed from the waist down, but not as bad as it could have been. So she actually does have some movement here and there, but it's limiting. So be on the lookout for that one as well. And then Joe, the interview that that I dissected this week and kind of created a bio. I have some quotes that I want to share. So he actually had a stroke when he was 58 years old, and it was in like a coffee shop bathroom, and he was by himself, and all of a sudden his whole left side goes numb. And he's just like, why is my left hand not working? Why can't I move my fingers? Like nothing is working. And then he falls to the ground, and his friend finds him a little bit later in there. And then they sent him to the hospital, and they found out it was a cerebral stroke. And so he is actually, like, he can walk, but it's a very stiff-legged walk, and his arm, like he can't move it up or down or really have any feeling in his hand or movement in his hand or anything like that. So it's very limiting. So it was interesting to hear from him on some of the aspects that he found to be difficult for him, because he uses only a cane. He doesn't use a wheelchair. He was able to go to rehab and really help get the ability to walk and everything back. But one of the things that I found really interesting about him was the fact that he said, I love this, he said, one of the problems with stairs is that a lot of places will have railings on one side, so if it's on the right side, I can go up and down, or I can go up the stairs, but then coming down, I can't use it because my left hand, I can't use a railing. Like, he can't use it. That would be really awkward to hold a railing like that. So, for him, it's like he needs to be able to go on stairs that have railings on both sides. And a lot of us think, like, by code, you don't actually have to have it on both sides. And it depends on where it is and things like that. So he also is very cautious of, ramps too. Like, the steeper they are, the more uncomfortable they are. And he said, if it threatens my balance, I choose not to do it. Because, the slight change in ground or slope or anything. Even grass is really hard for him to walk on, even like loose carpet, like, you know, things like I'm looking at my like plush rug I have in my living room, like that would be hard for him to walk on because he has limited balance and he's really relying on that right leg for stability. And if you're only, you know, relying on one, it's a lot harder. So that was really interesting, and he had some great points. And another part was, it's a humbling experience when you cannot take care of yourself. It really opens your eyes. And that is so true, I'm sure. Like, not being able to fully take care of yourself or be pretty dependent on someone else, like, that is definitely an eye-opening experience. And I think that, you know, he said that you can't imagine what it's like until you've become disabled. And so he claimed that he was very ignorant, you know, and everything, which, I mean, all of us, I think I totally would be. You know, so many people take things for granted, and we're all very ignorant to the things that we are able to do and the abilities we have. And we just, you know, if something's stripped away from us, or the function of this or the function of that, like, it changes how we look at things. So yeah, anyway, so that was kind of a little bit about the whole interview status for this week. And then one little kind of sneak peek I wanted to give you guys. Well, hopefully it'll show up okay if I show my computer screen. But is the building and the like Revit stuff I've put together for some renderings. And I'm actually doing a presentation tomorrow night to my friends, all my friends from college that were in the School of Architecture with me. And then so kind of having a review with them and talking through some things. They're architecture, landscape, and interior, so it's like a good mix of us. And then later I'll be doing a presentation to my mentor for the PDG project, and a presentation to some of my coworkers that I work with.